Good afternoon, dudes. It's Johnsy here. Welcome back to the channel. It's been a little while since you've seen Michael out in action, but he's back. And here we are. Apologies for not doing vids for a little while. Normal life just got in the way. So yeah, here we go. Today I just want to do a quick little hello and let you all know what's going to be coming up. I've got a few exciting things coming up this year. Hopefully 2022 or 2022, as we like to say old school wise, is going to be much better than the last 2 years have been. First and foremost, let's do this chronologically. After 20 years of being on two wheels, I've finally got my motorbike test booked. That's right, you've heard it here first. Johnsy's finally doing his motorbike test. Now, don't worry, Michael, doesn't mean you're getting relegated. All it means is that if I hold out till June, I've got to start the whole process again. CBT, theory test. I've passed my theory test 5 times. I've never failed it. But every time I've passed it, it's expired. Apart from my actual car driving license one. So yeah, I think it's about friggin' time that I finally get this underway and get it done. So I've got my mod 1 booked in for around 4 weeks from now. Doing a couple of little lessons beforehand. Just sort of refreshers, being on the bigger bike really. I'm going to be doing on the 600. And then I haven't got the date for the mod 2 just yet. I did schedule it in, but the lads who are doing my lessons with couldn't do that date, so I'm going to have to reschedule that. But it'll be some point, hopefully in March, that I'll get that done, maybe towards the end of March, and then I could theoretically take the L plates off, finally, after 20 years. But I'm lazy and I can't be arsed, so they'll probably just stay on, because I don't care anyway. And young Michael here will just be riding around as normal. I'll just be qualified on young Michael. Okay, so second bit of news. Now, before any of you followed this channel, my original, which my friend Sean asked me to do, was to document my 125 ride down to Glastonbury from here, which I did do, and I did film, and I actually looked at the footage again the other day. Now unfortunately I didn't have the GoPro at this time, so I was filming it on, I think it's called an Acaso 4000. Promises everything, delivers nothing. To be fair to it, the audio quality was bad, but that's not really the fault of the camera. It was the external microphone on the camera itself. Oh, 5-0 doing a shakedown. Right, let's just interrupt while we have a look at this. Here's the filth doing the backheads. So where was I up to? Anyway, yeah, so the microphone was like the actual camera's own microphone, and it was like in a clamshell case, so it had no chance of really capturing any good audio. So yeah, unfortunately most of it was unusable. Yeah. Okay. Fucking weird around these places. What's that all about? Friggin' Harlequin sticking out someone's door. Anyone has any answers to what's going on in this Children of the Corn motherfucking area, please tell me. Because just fucking scarecrows dressed as Harlequin everywhere. That was weird. What the
Vic was saying, yeah, so the weather's been shite, but looking like it's going to be a glorious one. So I've got so much in ways of waterproofs, it's unbelievable. So I am equipped if need be. Bathroom boss. And you know, you've got to. Hello? Hello? Beep, 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 beep. And there we go.
Well, I think this time we're going to be doing round 2, as long as it doesn't get cancelled again. Now, obviously I've got the car this time. This dude's having a good old time, isn't he? Throwing some shapes. There we go. Get all the shapes on there. Is right. That dude's living his fucking best life there. Yes, man. Yes. Love it. Oh, that's just made my day. He genuinely doesn't give a fuck what anyone's thinking. Is right. Oh man, he's singing from the heart. Brilliant. Love it. So anyway, where was I? Friggin' hell, I'm getting distracted. There's too much going on this morning. Yeah, so going to be going down on Glasgow on Young Bicycle here, which was much like having a really bad hangover last time. It was a brilliant idea until the morning when you've got to go home and you're just thinking this is hell and you swear you'll never do it again, but then you end up doing it next weekend, unless you're me and you don't for 9 years. But you know, most people sort of, after a heavy one, have a drink again a week later. And that was, oh, there's Charlie. That was me. I was like, I'll never do that again on the 125. I say, it wasn't that bad, the journey itself. It was just the fact I was carrying like my tent, my cooking gear, like 2 weeks worth of clothes. You know, it was a bit of a nightmare, not gonna lie. So I've got myself in a predicament. I actually bought this Glastonbury ticket 3 years ago, at which point I didn't have the car, I only had Bicycle. So you can only pay for your car parking space when you buy the ticket. So obviously I didn't buy a car parking space because I didn't have a car. And if you go on the motorbikes, you can just turn up, you don't need to have a space booked. And obviously I didn't book a coach or anything else, so I'd be a bit knackered getting down there really if I don't go on Bicycle. Now I'm hoping by then I'll have the test passed, so there's a possibility, I haven't decided yet, but I may just look into hiring a bike for a couple of weeks. I don't know whether you can do that. Can you hire motorbikes, guys? I don't even know. Don't get me wrong, this bike was friggin' incredible. This got me right there and it got me right back, and it didn't complain once, you know what I mean? For a little tin pot motorbike that it is, sorry Michael, I love your Michael, but you are just cheap. You're a cheap whore. It got me all the way there and all the way back. You know, first gear all the way up a hill up in the Malverns, which was just nuts. It was sketchy, but he did it. Didn't put too much of a complaint in, just low-key got on with it. No power in the engine at all, but still got me there and got me back. So yeah, oh, go on, we'll jump then. I'm not sure what to do just yet. I've got a couple of months to work this out. It's all dependent on whether I get the test out the way, and obviously the costs of hiring a bike and such. But I don't particularly want to get rid of Bike because I love Bike. I know it sounds mad, and everyone says, you know, oh, if you have a 125, as soon as you go onto a bigger bike, you know, you won't want to go back. I was the opposite way round. I've been on bigger bikes, I've been on 600s, and I love this. For riding around town and doing little journeys, nothing better, you know. Don't need the big powerful bike for doing these sorts of trips. So he kind of it's probably a good advert for Yamaha, this Yamaha YBR 125. If you know, a bit younger, or if you just want someone to commute on, I highly recommend one of these machines. This has been friggin' incredible. I've had a few little issues here and there. Some of it wasn't the bike's fault, it was, you know, human interaction that's knackered it. The main big problem I've had since I've owned it is the battery, you know, which was 20 quid for a new one. It's cheap and cheerful to replace parts on them. Just an all-round solid, well-built bike. Obviously components are cheaper, but it's still brilliant. Love them. So that's kind of stopped me really from wanting to go onto a bigger bike. The conundrum. Yeah, guys, so let me know what you reckon. Shall I, just for the crack of it, shall I go down on Bikeable again and film it all? I think it's definitely more of a fun adventure on Bikeable, because, you know, it's A-roads all the way there, and it took me 5 days to get there. I was breaking the journey up to like sort of an hour and a half, 2 hours per day, and camping. So I'm probably going to do something like that again, and do it on the way back as well. I'll be a lot more prepared this time than I was last time. There's a few things let me down last time. I had what I thought were rechargeable battery packs, so I was like, yeah, there's my power sorted. Turns out the recharge, like the solar part of it, was about as useful as a snooze button on a smoke alarm. It didn't do anything, so I very quickly found myself running out of power. So yeah, I'll address that this time around. I'll make sure I've got better options for repower and all the gear up, because I'm going to be on the road for around 2 weeks, I think. Anyway, this is all dragging on a bit and getting a bit boring, so apologies for that. But yeah, I just wanted to give you a little insight into what's going to be happening. Obviously I'm going to be doing other videos as well, the usual sort of droll that I put out, but these are I'm going to be filming some extra little bits and pieces. I don't think I'm allowed to film when I'm out on the lessons with the bike, which is fair enough. That's down to the instructors. I can film certainly before and after and give you a little heads up as to what's gone on. But yeah, I don't know. And same with the tests. I don't know whether they'll be funny with me for filming on the test. I might do it anyway. I'm definitely having my tunes on. There's no way I'm doing a motorbike test without having some music playing. Here we go. So dudes, it's good to catch up with you all. There's Ashley Neil's gang. Like I say, sorry about the lateness. I know I've been putting other little videos up here and there, not really motorbike related. If they're doing your head in, let me know. I'm just putting bits and pieces up as I'm bored and thinking it's something to do. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas. I forgot to do that. You know, I think it's February now. A little bit late on that, but I hope you all had a good one. hopefully the big C COVID is becoming a thing of the past. I did actually contract it. I'd been to watch Liverpool play and then came down with a really bad headache. So I did the test and it just pinged right across, bright red. You're infected. So that was 10 days in isolation. Glorious. It's fantastic. I just wish I had all my audio equipment with me so I could have just made some music and had a chill out. But you know, it wasn't planned, so ends up being stuck. So I'm gonna call it a day, guys, and I'll see you all very soon. Take care of yourselves. Ta-da.